Hello there, I'm Big Alias. This is a difficult one. This is a tough review. Oh, how are you, by the way? How are you doing? This is a difficult review. It's Hogwarts Legacy, and firstly it's tough because, I mean, the game's been out for 3 years now. If you were going to play it, you've played it. It's on Game Pass as well. That's how I played it. It's Harry Potter. You know, if you were going to play it, you would have played it by now. But also, secondarily, because, you know, it's a difficult review because how you feel about this game kind of depends on how you feel about the subject material, Harry Potter itself. Like, how do you feel about it? And if you don't like Harry Potter at all, you're not into the series, you know, whatsoever, then you're going to get nothing out of this game. Unless you want to get something out of this game, you know, if you know what I mean. Unless you really want to like it, then, you know, you be honest with yourself, you're not going to like the game. If you've ever lied about shifting to Hogwarts and doing potions class, if you love Harry Potter that much, you're going to think this is the best game ever made. If you love Harry Potter, you are going to think this is the greatest game ever made. But if you think it's just like, that's alright, like I kind of grew up on the films, they're okay, I've seen them once or twice, there's some good ones in there, etc., then you're going to, honestly, probably still not get much out of this game. You really are not going to get much out of this game. And I know that because that's me. I'm that third caveat. I grew up on the films, so I thought, you know, I was quite into them as a kid. Nowadays, I can't really go back to them, other than, you know, Prisoner of Azkaban is a great film. I think it's Alfonso Cuarón, right? And, you know, the last film was pretty good. I like Goblet of Fire. You know, it's a lot of fun. But aside from that, I just can't really go back to those films. I just think they're okay. And yeah, so when I play this game, you know, I really didn't get much out of this. I did not like this game. And I'm sorry. I know it's going to, you know, rattle a lot of feathers, you know, people who are ride or die for this game. But I get it. I do. I completely understand why you would be ride or die for this game, why you would love this game so much. But for me, I'm so sorry. You know, the review started off so much more glowingly, so much more positively, but towards the end of my time with this game, I just was having an awful time. I actually wasn't able to finish this game. Now, I know, but I looked up a playthrough. I'm about 90% of the way in, and that's good enough for me. I genuinely, I just cannot bring myself to even load this game anymore. I can't play it. It's just insufferable. I just do not want to play this video game, which sounds absolutely ridiculous, but it's true. And the issue is that they fumbled on one major area, which is such a shame because they actually did a lot right with this game. There is so much that is so good in this game. I mean, you can tell straight away it's a beautiful game. It looks fantastic, but the world is so brilliant. They've captured the world of Hogwarts, and one thing that really surprised me was like the world around Hogwarts, like Hogsmeade and stuff like that. You get so much Harry Potter out of this game, way more than I thought was possible. Going to areas, you know, I'm just like, oh yeah, I forgot about this place. You know, there is a lot here in terms of world building. Like there's so many places to go, so many nooks and crannies, little references. There's a lot that I'm assuming I missed. Because, you know, I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan, but like I'm sure if you were a huge Harry Potter, you'd be like, oh my god, look at this is here, and there's a reference to this here and stuff like that. It must be amazing for a super fan to be running through this world, and I'm so happy for you if you got that opportunity. And in terms of visual qualities, I think the animation during the animations during the combat are really great, and I think it flows very well. I don't think it's perfect. I think it's good. It unfortunately suffers with like spellcast combat syndrome. It's difficult to get that right because either you have to take too long casting the spells or they just feel like guns. Now they've gone down the like wands feeling like guns route with this one, and I would like a few more powers to play around with, but then at that point like you have to end up with a hot bar at the bottom, and that changes combat flow. So I think that this is like as good as it could be. I do think juggling the powers is a little bit frustrating, but they made the combat interesting. You have like your regular firearm, which is essentially a pistol that you're firing at people. But then you have your powers, and people have like certain shielding that's color coded. It's kind of like Doom Eternal. in that sense, although Doom Eternal has some of the best combat of all time. But yeah, it's fine here. You know, the fact that they managed to make it work and make it fun is a hell of an achievement, and I'm very impressed by that. There's mounts. trying to think of the good, but all I can think about is that one huge issue. But yeah, the mounts are cool. You know, you have your wand and you can upgrade it, and there's that big bird that he flew on in Prisoner of Azkaban that you know, you have like a running mount that also flies. You can go to the Room of Requirement and decorate it. There's lots of like RPG elements. There's gear that unfortunately follows the kind of like Destiny path, but you can upgrade yourself and get stronger, and there's loot to pick up, and there's no like gross microtransaction stuff. There are things that you pick up that you have to take to the Room Requirement, and it kind of feels like the engrams, but you just go there and it uncovers it straight away. Actually kind of makes it feel a little bit pointless that they're hiding what's in there, but you know, it's part of the game. So there's so much good here, there really is, you know, and there's lots of like interaction with other characters from the universe, little stories with them. Yeah, it's great. It's fantastic. But the big issue is that they did all of this heavy lifting, all of this hard work to make the world feel immersive, to invite you in, to give you little things to explore, and then just completely fumbled it because the quests are shite. The quests themselves in this game, the things you do in this game are shocking, atrocious. The game has phenomenally bad pacing. It's very not confident. This is not a confident game. It's a game that knows that it's not long enough, it doesn't have enough to fill the runtime, and that the runtime isn't doing enough. It's a game that knows all of this, and unfortunately has to rely on tired, old, awful concepts in order to get you through to the finish line in a time that feels like adequate for 2023. And you can oh my god, you can feel that in the game. You can really feel that. These quests are atrocious. They are very bad. Every now and then you get a half decent quest. It'll be like you know, taking an encampment and using the combat, or you know, something interesting. There's like a dragon over there and you got to tame it or something like that, and along the way you have to take people out who are like poachers. There was a poaching quest that was quite interesting, but if I recall, that was a side quest actually. But the majority of what you'll be doing, and I really do mean this, is like buy 3 potions from this store, go and upgrade your gear, go over there and talk to someone and then walk away, go here and combine 2 potions. It's all tutorial filler for like 12 hours. It's 12 hours of tutorial filler content, except it's not 12 hours, because this game commits a huge cardinal sin that I thought we were all done with after Anthem. Once you finish a quest, the next quest is typically locked behind a level requirement that is above your current level, usually only by 1, unless people are doing something else with their quests in order to earn more XP. I found that particularly towards the end of the game, with the majority of main quests that I completed, when I was done, the next quest had a level requirement that I then had to meet, which means going through and being forced to do side quests. You have to do side quests in this game, which is okay, because the side quests are pretty much the same as the main quest. That one where I talked about with the dragon, which in my experience was the best quest in the game, which is where you have to like take out these poachers, and then this dragon which you're supposed to be helping attacks you, and you have to run away from it and actually do something interesting with it. That was a side quest. I'm pretty sure the main quest that I then unlocked by meeting the level requirements was to buy one of those combat plants. I had to go to a shop and buy a combat plant, then go up to a random enemy and use it. That was the quest. That's what I had to do. And it was like 10 hours into the game. It was ridiculous. I couldn't believe what I was still doing so long into the game. And it just feels like busy work. Like you have this beautiful, amazing world, but I'm just running around doing favors for people the entire time. There's nothing to sink your teeth into outside of like the experience of existing in the world. Nothing to do that's half interesting. I thought Anthem had awful, outdated quest structure, but it's a masterpiece when compared to this, and it just makes it unbearable. And I got to the point where I was, like I said, I think maybe around about like 85-90% of the way into the game, and I'm in like this cave doing a side quest where you have to tame these beasts and put them in this bag, and I'm just like going invisible and chasing this beast around trying to put it in a bag, and I'm just like, I've been doing this for 10 minutes and I'm having the worst experience. This is unbearable. And I said to myself, like, no, I've got to finish this. I've got to finish it. I've sunk cost fallacy. I've put so much time and effort into this game. But I just said to myself, like, I can't do it. Once I do this, I'm going to get a main quest and I'm going to be back on these side quests. One of my side quests was to upgrade my broom, which cost 4,000 gold. Now, you may not know how much that is, but I had like 400 remaining, and the only way that I know to get gold is to randomly find it in the world or to sell some of the things that you gather, you know, some of your loot, which is fine. But the reason I had such little currency in my bag was because my previous quest was to buy 3 potions, and now I didn't have much gold left because it's awful. And it's such a shame. It's so frustrating to see so much talent poured into this game, because clearly there is a lot of talent in this game. The world building is tremendous. It's very immersive, very inviting. They did so much right. The combat's great, the graphics are great, the world building's great, you know, the little interactions are great, but they just completely fumbled it at the finishing line. I can't even begin to understand it. It is such a frustrating experience, this game. I can't get over how much work went into this just for the quest writers to have a day off or something, I don't know, or a dev cycle off, because there's nothing here. There is nothing to do, nothing interesting. It's just a pretty canvas and I can't stand it. That's my review.
The PlayStation's only $149, and you can also get leading titles.